Is this thing on?
Welcome back. We're live here in beautiful Corpus Christi, Texas. We have two viewers that are just checking us out here on the show. If you've never been to a Spooled Life Live show, I'm making sure that we're live. I'm making sure our sound is good. Jen Vino is in the house. Jen, I hope you got your package you won last year, right? It's a new year, 2023. It should have gotten shipped out. I know that's what you're looking for. You're like, man, I'm going to jump on to tell this dude where in the hell's my giveaway stuff, right? Sounds good. Kyle Thompson is also in the house. We're in beautiful Corpus Christi, guys. We're here live. Live. I'm talking capital letter live at the Roy's Bait and Tackle Studio. It's a new year. We've brought on some new headline sponsors, right? We're looking a little different on the show. We're a little bit more fresh. We brought on Sims Clothing, right? Change is good. Sooner or later, if you don't change, you end up starting to stink. So change is good. We also brought on Grill Your Ass Off, which is a seasoning company, veteran owned. This is the lime beer salt from Grill Your Ass Off, veteran owned. They're Texas, here in Texas as well. And they're now part of the Spooled Life Live family. Returning headlines, of course, is Carbach Brewery. Today we'll be drinking some cerveza, is the new Mexican-style lager, which fits me perfectly. It's Carbach Brewing Cerveza Especial. Roy's Bait and Tackle and Sarge Custom Rods. Let's drink to the Spooled Life Live. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. I'm not sure if I've seen you all since last year. This one's to you all. Oh, that's good.
That's refreshing.
I'm feeling a little bit of Mexican, right? I taste the Mexican in there.
I don't feel that way.
I taste the 4.5% alcohol, right? The 10 IBU. I taste a little bit of the lagerness, if that's even a thing for all the IPAers out there. And I'm tasting a beautiful 12 fluid ounces, right? One at a time, guys. Drink responsibly too. For everybody that's drinking, I'm gonna give y'all some time to open them up. Go to the refrigerator, run real fast before somebody else takes all y'all's internet away. We got a hell of a show. Like I said, we're in beautiful Corpus Christi. You should have fished yesterday. Do not attempt it today. There's a lot of wind today. I think the waves are crashing over the Selena statue downtown. You know, everybody's scrambling to tie their boats off down there at the T-heads and stuff. You got plenty of time. We got a hell of a show, guys. We're bringing in 2023 with the outdoor gear that is performing at its peak. We got none other, guys, than Mr. Billy Gerke from ForEverlast Gear. Thank you so much, man.
Thanks for having me out, Ram.
Thank you so much for joining us. You are the first show, which I'm sure you've had a lot of accomplishments throughout your outdoor thing that you got going on, right? But being the first show of 2023, we might have to get you a plaque or something.
Might have to drink again to that.
Yeah, let's drink again. Here's to the first show of 2023.
It's the first show I've done drinking beer.
Man, well, we do it a little bit different. And we do whatever the hell we want right here at the Spooled
I like
Life.
that kind of
To a certain
way.
extent, right? They might just pull the plug on the internet and say, guess what? No, you don't, right? But for now, that's what we like to say. We're gonna get started. Let's get started. We got some big giveaways, guys. I'm not gonna give it away. You already know how we do it here. While Mr. Gerke is telling us a little bit about himself, I'm gonna open this up, and we'll have to drink to that once once he's done with that. So for now, tell us a little bit about yourself, Mr. Gerke.
All right. Well, of course, he's already introduced me. I'm Billy Gerke, owner of ForEverlast Hunting and Fishing Products. I live in Hallettsville, Texas. Grew up in East Bernard, Texas. Both very small towns, less than 2,500 population. Had an awesome bringing up. My dad influenced me a lot on the hunting side, and he worked his tail off to support us as a family. And but he introduced me to hunting at our little piece of heaven down in LaSalle County, where I cut my teeth hunting, and so got my start there at a young age. And then as I moved into college years, I met my wife-to-be, and her father, as I was dating her, took me. Actually, when I was about 19 years old, I went on my first saltwater fishing trip.
Oh, wow.
That was an actual trip. You know, I'd gone to the beach and made efforts there with friends, but we were never successful. And he's my brother-in-law now, but he invited me. He was my roommate at the time. Invited me to go on a fishing trip for the first time, and man, it was awesome. You know, I fell in love with it. Just the freedom, the rawness of it. Really attracted me to the fishing side of things, and I love to bass fish and do all that kind of fishing as a young boy. Didn't have the opportunity a lot. I lived right in the middle of town in East Bernard and rode my bike most everywhere. But as I got into my college years, I picked up on the saltwater game and really fell in love with it. And then as I graduated from Texas A&M, the best university in my opinion, it led me then into marry my wife.
We instantly just lost about 20 viewers right there.
That's okay. That's all right. Well, Jimbo doesn't have many fans, but he's not a true Aggie either. But anyway, I met my wife, Amy, and got into the saltwater game, and then we married in '98, which we'll be celebrating 25 years here coming up in June.
25 years of marriage.
Awesome. And she's been the best friend I could ever ask for, but also the best partner in business.
It's tough.
And I think that's big, because when you pick a partner in business, you better pick the right one.
Right.
And so she's been awesome, and I couldn't have done anything without her support.
25 years?
25 years.
You know, this Thursday I'll be 4 years.
Wow. That's
Let's
awesome.
drink to
Let's drink to that, man.
Here we go.
4 and 25. So December 12th of 1997 was a big day for me. Never would have known it, but that was the day I wrote a check for $500 to an attorney in Houston to get a patent started on a product. And it was a single tree that her dad had actually given me for Christmas one year. And it inspired me. He was a machinist, and it inspired me to say, man, I bet other people would want one of these. And the only way to do that, of course, was to produce them and market them and try it. And, man, I jumped through a lot of hoops and over a lot of hurdles. First of all, spending the money on the patent and the packaging and the UPC code and all that came with it. I was in debt pretty good, and there was some sleepless nights going, man, did you make the right decision? Mm-hmm. And 25 years later, I can honestly say I did. You know, God led me on that path, and a lot of people along the way helped me and gave me free advice, maybe a kick in the butt. Maybe they even did not believe in me. I heard it one time said that will never last.
Really?
Yeah, and not forever last. But I wonder what that person thinks today.
Yeah.
And so, not being arrogant about that, but it inspired me to continue to fight to say, man, I gotta dig out of this in debt hole and get somewhere. And luckily, my buyer at Academy, Charles Kamichik, he's still a friend of mine today, and we stay in touch. He's retired from Academy, but he lives up at College Station, and he happened to wear the same ring that I wear proudly. And so he walked me through some things there when I went into Academy, my first target, to try to get that product in. And he helped me out a lot and got me started and got my first order from him. And there was a lot of stuff that went on in between, redoing the packaging and doing all that. And the second time I walked in his office, he said, I really never thought I'd see you here again. And from then on, it inspired me because we got that first order. And then next came, okay, what's next? You know, what are we gonna do from here? And so now it's time to feed the machine. And we had a great logo, we had a great start, but then you have to build upon that start.
Right.
And so we came out with some more products, and he supported them. And then in 2003, my father-in-law got hit by a stingray.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so that hit caused him to be in the hospital for 5 or 6 days and had IV antibiotics, and it was nasty. And I thought to myself, hey, you're in the right business. You need to get something done here because you don't want to get hit.
Yeah.
And I think other people would appreciate the fact that they have.
At the time, was there any other?
At that time, there
outdoor
was
gear?
I don't know if you remember, there was a Predator boot out of San Antonio, but it really didn't do the job. And so we innovated and came out with the polycarbonate shields and all that on top, and real heavy vulcanized rubber. And they weren't heavy when you got in the water, but of course it looked like a space boot when it first came out. But it did protect a lot of people. I mean, one of my really good friends from my high school years, Shane Leckler, was the punter for the Oakland Raiders at the time.
Oh, wow.
And then he went on to be a Texans and probably a Pro Bowl guy. But he actually got hit with those boots on in his punting leg in July, right before training camp. And he called me and he said, dude, if I wouldn't have had those boots on, man, I don't know if I'd have made training camp.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, we're onto something here.
Mm-hmm.
And so that started a whole array of fishing products. And without getting into every product and how they evolved, my experiences in the field led me to the products that we produce. That's where they came from. Mm-hmm. Either seeing something that was on the market and going, well, that I think we can do better, or the experiences in the field really put me into the marketplace, and then I would go, well, we can do this, or we can do that. Or one time I was fishing and I almost didn't get a big trout because my net was stuck down in the grass from wade fishing, and I couldn't hardly get it up to get the trout, And so I was like, we need a floating net. That way it doesn't catch stuff. And so in 2013, we launched the G2 wading net, which has since been knocked off a couple times, but it was the ICAST new product design winner in 2013.
You all go to the ICAST and all that stuff?
We haven't been in a while just because, quite honestly, those shows are very, very expensive. And to me, your best advertisement is to see it drive by in a boat, and other people see it drive by in a boat or in Roy's Bait and Tackle on the shelves. To me, that's your best advertisement rather than spend $25,000 in Las Vegas at a show. Yeah. So I just, I said, we're just going to do it a different way. I've always done it a different way. I've never
now
really.
You got media.
What's that? Now you got social media.
Scene.
Yeah, it helps a lot, and we appreciate our followers and everybody that supports us there. But it is a different world these days. Trade shows aren't quite as important as they might have been in the past because of that. You can reach your audience through different channels, just like a podcast, right?
There you go.
I mean, you've evolved into a podcast, so it just gives us a different avenue to reach people, and we're appreciative of the invite, and we tip our hat to what you're doing, and we like what you're doing.
Yep.
So,
man, we're just having
great.
A hell of a time over here.
Well, it's fun, I mean, if you can talk what you love, it's
drink.
I mean,
beer?
some people probably wonder, why are you so passionate about your business? I said, man, it's like my child.
Yeah.
I have to nurture it. I have to defend it. I have to make sure it's doing good. Unfortunately, in 25 years, the light switch never cuts off. When you're a business owner, you can't cut it off. If you cut it off, you might get left behind.
Yeah.
And so I wake up literally thinking about business, and I go to bed literally thinking about business. Yeah. And there's a day in between, of course, but I really do. I mean, I'm pretty locked in on what we do. And so ForEverlast has evolved from 1997 from a poor college kid that just got out to writing a check for a patent into a multi-million-dollar company in 25 years. So,
wow.
It has really evolved. I mean, we've actually launched a new deer feed brand called Rax Max, kind of need-based selling. Like it was needed.
This is actual deer feed.
This is actual for deer feed, yes.
Okay.
And we produce it with MG Feeds in Weimar, Texas. Okay. But we went to them and said we wanted to do this feed, so it's evolved, and we've been doing that since 2020. And then in 2015, an archery shop in Victoria shut down. And I was taking my kids to school one morning in January. I'll never forget the ride. And they're sitting in the back seat, and I looked in my rearview mirror, and I said, hey, guys, what do y'all think about opening an archery shop? And they just had big smiles on their faces. And I said, well, I'm going to make a few phone calls. So I reached out to the reps because I knew all of them because of the ForEverlast side, and I said, hey, would you support us if we open this shop? Here's what I want to do. I want to do an archery pro shop, gun shop, all of that. So in 2015, Brush to Bay Outfitters was born and has been growing strong every year. And we've added the ammo. The archery is a big part of it. And then we also have, we got your suppressors, we got waders, we got the boots, we got fishing gear, of course, we got all the ForEverlast stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's evolved, and so we have 3 brands now that have evolved out of that 1997 deal, so, but it's fun. And I mentioned my wife, Amy, and she's great, but I'm real proud of my 2 boys. Ty is going to be 21 this year in May, and he's a sophomore at Texas A&M. And then Lane is my youngest, and he's 15. No, so he'd be mad at me. 17. I wish he was still 15, but he's 17. He's actually taking a test for a livestock show today, so he's not tuning in. But he's still a junior in high school, so he's got a couple more years until he becomes an Aggie, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And so I'm real proud of them because they're starting to engage.
Really?
And I see their interest, and so
in business.
In the business,
okay.
Yeah. And a couple years back, a big company came at us and tried to buy us, right? And at that time, I was thinking about it. They actually flew me out to their headquarters and that whole gig, and I sat there that night and I thought, man, what if I sell it? What are they going to do? What are my boys going to do? And I think your goal in life is to make sure they're taken care of, right? You have a youngster, and so I thought about it, and I was just like, I don't think I want to do this,
Right.
I could have cashed out and probably done pretty well, but just didn't feel right. And God told me that, with the new products we're coming out with now, there was more work for me to do. Yeah. And 2020 hit, and I thought, oh my goodness. This pandemic, maybe I should have sold it. Maybe I should have got the heck out of here. And then the supply chain hits us in 2021.
Did COVID put a dent?
2020 was great. Best year ever. But then the supply chain issues caught up to us last year. It was a lag of about a year. Oh, my God. What a nightmare. I mean, it really has been just raw materials, freight, you name it. But we're starting to see things kind of return to somewhat normal. So I'm excited because I think 2023 is going to be a giant year for outdoor industry in total. But I'm really excited. Like I said, it's just everything's kind of evolved into what it is today, and I couldn't be more proud of the company and our employees. We have an awesome team at the shop. Everybody works their tail off, and everybody believes in it.
You could actually go visit the ForEverlast shop.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not like out of your garage.
Oh, no.
It's something to go look at.
It's about a 16,000 square foot warehouse.
Where is it at?
In Hallettsville there, heading east of Hallettsville. We actually have about a 10-acre facility. The warehouse is about 16,000 square feet, but we own all the land, and we have a huge flag there flying out front. So it's, you can come by anytime, and you can visit our warehouse, or you can visit the Brush to Bay Outfitters there.
Everything's
there. Yep. All my employees are under one roof.
The archery is there as well?
Archery's there. You got indoor shooting range. We can tune your bow. We can rig you up a new bow. We can rig you out a rifle. I mean, whatever you want.
So it's almost like
a one-stop shop.
An outdoorsman SeaWorld.
It's a paradise.
Or like a Six Flags.
It is.
Right?
Yeah. It's just, it's kind of odd for a small town to have something like that, but a lot of people venture over, and we appreciate that from all different towns. And we're probably the only archery shop within about a 60, 70-mile radius. So, everybody, and Tim, my manager there, is great with tuning bows and getting them ready, and has become somewhat of an expert in that field. So he does a great job. And, it's all about service. Customer service is so big in our industry, and we take pride in that. And everybody does a great job there. Bradley, Kelly, Jennifer came on board with us this year, and she's doing a fantastic job. So, our team is there, and we're ready to serve. If people want to come see us.
Yeah.
So
let's drink to all of the ForEverlast team. But first, we're gonna try this salt.
Yeah.
Right. I just been eyeing it. You've been talking, and I've been, in my peripheral here, I've seen the salt. I'm like, man, is Mr. Gerke gonna give me a chance here? And
I told you I can talk.
And it was open. We might have to wait a little bit because now It's not open.
We don't want to flood it.
Yeah,
You know, Old Country Boy's got a pocket knife. Would that help you?
it might. Here, you work on that. While we're waiting, how about we give something away? We're at 20 minutes. Some of the audience is like, man, dude, when is this dude gonna give something away? I can't wait to see what it's going to be, right? So for the first, man, we did it with this new contraption as well.
The new scale came in handy.
Yeah, we're gonna tell y'all all about it here. We're gonna try some of this grill your ass off lime and what is it? Lemon and lime?
Lemon and lime.
Lime beer salt. Grill your ass off.
Whoa. That little reaction there.
Yeah, you better drink that here pretty quick. This one's to all the ForEverlast. I told you it was gonna be live. You know, we're gonna have a
You didn't tell me it was gonna flood.
Here's to all the ForEverlast team and all of your success.
Right there.
Man, it's good, right? I'm telling you.
Very smooth.
Drink it all day long if we could, right?
I better not drink too many.
All right. So first, what we're gonna do, let me show y'all what we got here. Hopefully I don't knock everything over. It's just my first one. Y'all already know how I get with my first one. We're gonna do a ForEverlast cap, right? With the Cryptek pattern, ForEverlast. We're also gonna do a, what do you call this one, Billy?
This is our G2. We call it a lime green camo G2 net, the floating G2 net.
Yeah.
It's got the long tether on it, which is big time, and but great net.
If you're waiting, you got to have one of these.
Yes.
It floats behind you. You know, you could hook your lures onto it if when you're retying lures. Quick access to net a fish.
And it's got the rubber coated net, big
Right.
time.
Helps with the hooks on y'all's nets. You already know how much of a pain that is to get your hook
And it doesn't knock the
tangled up in
slime
the
off.
net.
Right.
Austin Matthew says, and kayaking, guys. You know, if you're gonna have a net on it, if you're gonna have a kayak, and you're gonna have a net on there, make sure it's a ForEverlast net.
That's right. But
Don't
we do have
copy
the
that,
yak
man.
net.
I better not see that next year on some slogan or something.
Well, we do have the yak net. Don't forget about that, man.
Do we have one?
Yeah.
So check it out. Let's check it out. This here's the yak net. Adjustable. Right?
Right.
It's adjustable. It has somewhat of a tether on it, right?
Yes. Has a tether where you can clip it on to your kayak or whatever, and it does extend out.
Perfect for the kayak, guys. You can come into Roy's Bait and Tackle and check them out. If you, I'm more of a handsy person, right? I want to see it before.
Right.
That's probably why those shows, all of the trade shows, were so big.
Yeah, back in the
before
day.
all the media.
Yeah.
Now you can go to the website. Now you can see Ram Garcia using it. You know
Right.
what I mean, okay, well, if Ram Garcia is using it, that means it's for real, right? So I'm just gonna buy it, right? We got one of these nets that we are going to give away, but also it gets better, guys. And I hope I forget his name. The gentleman that was in here earlier. He told me his name about 5 times, but I forgot. I hope he's watching because he wanted one of these nets.
Yes, he did.
We're also going to give this Pro Series belt ForEverlast. It comes with, I know I'm getting an echo, but it comes with aluminum pliers, right?
Yes, sir.
Belt, plier sheath, pliers, large, extra large. If you need a smaller one, we could work something out. This will get shipped to y'all
Right
at
to
a
your
high
doorstep.
rate of speed. Right, so belt, cap, and net
Coming your way.
coming your way to the first person. Man, everybody's just on their keyboards right
Who's
now.
gonna win it?
Maybe they're on their cell phones. Just man, you know, let's. I've been waiting for this all day long. You know.
That's some good items.
Yeah, first person to tell me. And this is a $75 combo.
Correct.
Around there. Without taxes. Did you include taxes?
I didn't.
No taxes. You see? No gas.
Probably more with the cap. I didn't even think about the cap, but
Oh, yeah, we didn't include the cap.
$75 and you get a free cap.
Yeah, that's an extra 20-something
Yeah,
dollars.
those Richardson caps aren't cheap.
You don't even got to drive.
That's right.
You know, you don't even have to, like, I know if you're coming down this way, you're going to stop at the T-Heads. You're going to check out the Selena statue. You're probably going to get a snow cone right there on the corner right there, saving you all the trip. Dale Patton wants us to pick him. All right, first person. It can't be Dale. I'm just playing. It could be Dale. First person to tell me the year ForEverlast was founded. First person. We're going to get you all this gear sent out your way. And you'll be ready to hit the water, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure what else you would
It'd
need.
be looking good, too, with that hat, right?
You may need a fishing rod, right?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
maybe a fishing
Maybe a
reel.
Sarge fishing rod?
Yeah, you might get hooked up with one of those. 12/12/97. Whoa, hold on, guys. Hold on. I got 2013 is incorrect. 1996 is incorrect. And 1997.
Bam.
That is correct.
Bam.
Jen Vino. You are the winner. Jen Vino wins pretty often, man. And guys,
That's awesome.
we go, I know I have to say this. I'm going to say this right now since we're the start of 2023. We go by what's off my screen, right? So Mr. Gerke's going to verify that Jen Vino is the first 1997. Right?
Yep, that's it.
It's different on everybody's computers. I'm assuming because of internet speeds,
I see.
right? Somebody might have they might have like I don't know, some sort of fast internet at their house, and
Right.
they're the first
First one
ones.
to click.
But, my dial-up connection over here is just lagging a little bit. So the winner of this, I know everybody's mad, right? Thank you all for trying, right?
Thanks for paying attention.
Poco Cedillo was about this close to winning. Austin Matthews was about this close. And Cliff Nagel was about this close. But the winner, Jen Vino, congratulations. We're going to send you this package ASAP. Slide into my DMs still, right? We will give this information to the ForEverlast shipping team.
They will have it out the door tomorrow.
All right. Moving along. All right, she's the first on somebody else. Poco Cedillo got robbed. I'm sorry, man. Hey, stick around, guys. We got another big one.
We got a big one coming up.
You already know that they get better and better here at the Spooled Life. So stick around. We got a little bit more time, and hopefully somebody else will win some stuff. Tell me about the name ForEverlast. How did that come up?
Well, when I first thought of doing something, I wanted it to be something that was made to last, right? And so at first I came out and I drew the logo on a piece of paper. And it was actually
Which was this one?
Yes,
Okay.
the ForEverlast logo. And it was actually an off of the Van Halen logo. I was a big fan of Van Halen growing up, and I always liked their logo with the big V and the wings and all that, and I thought it was cool. So I thought about the Everlast and the big V in the middle, and I thought, man, I could have some deer horns come off of that.
Right.
So I actually cut and pasted on a copy machine at the place I was working at the time and pieced together the logo. And then it hit me. I was in Academy or somewhere, and I saw Everlast, and I was like, oh, my gosh, punching bags. Man, I don't want to go into a war with those guys on a trademark issue or something. So I added the 4 and called it ForEverlast.
Yeah.
And it worked. And the first slogan we came out with was hunting and fishing products made to last forever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course, wading boots wear out, all that good stuff. So
Right.
our current and long-term logo or slogan is we live hunting and fishing. And we honestly do. I mean, my boys and myself, if we have time or we have a break, we're hunting and fishing.
Mm-hmm.
That's just, for their high school careers, we played football and we played baseball and the stuff they love there. And both are very talented athletes, but at the end of the day, if they had to choose, I think we're hunting and fishing.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
They live the outdoor lifestyle, and that's what we are so blessed to be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we really are. I mean, to be able to go to work and sell hunting and fishing stuff is pretty dang cool, you
Right.
know. And I mean, as a kid, I always dreamed as a kid of owning a company, you know. But my career path didn't take me there, and quite honestly, Texas A&M didn't take me there. And I had gone and worked a job just like everybody else, you know. Took a job out of college, and was working at that job, and I soon realized, man, how am I going to afford some land? And how am I going to build a house and that on this salary, you know? And it was a good job at the time. It was a really nice job. I had a company truck and a cell phone paid for and gas card, and
Right.
pretty dang good job, you know.
Yeah.
Get to travel around and meet people and sell. That's what I love to do. But I soon realized that working for someone else wasn't going to be me, because I wanted more.
Mm-hmm.
And in 2002, when Amy and I found out we were having a baby, I told her, look, you know, I'm going to work my tail off, and why don't you stay home and take care of him? And if I can make this work, we're going to make it work. And I think that was motivation to me, like, okay, you got to get after it. You know, you got to get
Lane
after
was on
it.
the way.
Ty was on the way.
Ty was on the way.
Ty was on the way. So, and in that year, I remember walking into my house, September 11th of 2001. We had found out that she was pregnant, and I see those towers fall, and I was like,
Oh, wow.
and this may not be a good time to go into business, you know, be in business for yourself. And I was like, oh my gosh, this could change the world, you know.
Right.
And anyway, it's all worked out fine, but you know, there was a lot of nerve-wracking times along the way, but we made it work on a tight budget, and her helping me out in the office and doing those things, and so she stayed. She was a registered nurse, and
Okay.
had a good job. And I said, you know, I think your job's to stay home with Ty.
Yeah.
And so she did, and then in 2005, of course, Lane came along, and surely she wasn't leaving then. So it was on me, and I finally pulled out and left my job in 2007. And it was a big decision because of the insurance and the phone and the gas card and all that stuff.
Right.
And but it was time. You know, our company had started to grow to it needed all my attention, and it wasn't fair to the other company. Of course, I still had a good sales territory, and I was doing well with it, but it just wasn't fair. My whole heart wasn't in it, and it needed to be into whatever I was doing, the company, right, to make it go. And so that's the year that it all really became real, and it took off from there. Started hiring a few people to help. And
Do you feel the social media presence? It obviously wasn't that strong, right, at the
No.
time.
No.
What sets ForEverlast apart from the rest?
I think it's just being family-owned brand. A lot of people, especially in Texas, know that you know who we are and what we do, and that's what we love, and we live hunting and fishing, right?
Because I could say right now, guys, some of the best guys or the best guys are using ForEverlast, and then everybody's gonna look at me like, "Oh my God, man, what did he give you to say that?" You know, you're supposed to say that, Ram. But if you go to if you go to Facebook, and you look at some of the top, I need to get some out of my head, but if you look at the top competitors that are in the tournament circuits, right, they're using ForEverlast gear.
Right.
You know? Why?
I think
Works.
because we care more about the sport, the conservation of it, and we actually do this. We're not some big corporation that just assigns salesmen to go sell something.
Yeah.
We actually do this, so we understand what it takes and why it's important that the slime doesn't come off the fish, you know, those type of things. And so the rubber coated netting for one, and the floating net, the grass getting in it, those are things you think of because you're out there doing it. I think that sets us apart. And then also, my theory has always been keep our overhead low in business, not hire all these people and do all this fancy mumbo jumbo, not spend a ton on advertising, right? Be very conservative on that, but do it the right way. But keep a competitive price, because I really feel like a product below $50 is a fair price in this market and today's market. So a lot of our items, you'll notice, are priced under $50. If we can do it for under $50, that's where we want it.
Okay.
You know, and that's what sets us apart. I mean, there's other brands that are charging double, triple of what we do for the almost same product, but that's not what we. But they also have a lot of overhead. They have sales managers and territory managers and yada, yada, yada that they have to pay for. So I get it. Their overhead number is way up there, whereas ours is not. It's just us working our butts off to get products out and to make new products and do all that stuff. So that's kind of what sets us apart. We can kick their butt if we want to because we don't have to make the margin that they do to cover their overhead, right? So it kind of sets us apart in a way. And if somebody wants to come after us on something, we can defend ourselves. Yeah. Right? And so
that brings me to my next question. How do you all compete with what's a good word for them? The knockoff brands. I don't want to call them knockoff brands because if I had them on the show, they'd be like, man, I'm super proud of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's hard to call them knockoff brands, but
when they take it and do it exactly like you did it, it's a copy.
You know what? Let's call them knockoff brands.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with the knockoff brands?
Let's just say they're going to find out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
2023,
they're going to find out.
All right.
There's been a couple of them, and they're not going to like how we go price things this year.
Oh, really?
So customers get ready because pricing's fixing to improve on some things, and they're going to find out they shouldn't have messed with the low overhead company.
Yeah.
Right?
Y'all heard it here first.
Yeah. So get ready. I mean, my secretary called me and said, man, is that price right? And I was like, yeah. I said, didn't we have a competitor come in on that product? She was like, yeah. And I was like, well, we're fixing to teach them a little lesson.
Yeah.
And so it's going to benefit the customer.
Yeah, that's what it should
It's going to benefit the customer, and it's just competition, okay? I welcome competition, but don't copy it.
Yeah.
To a T.
Put some creativeness in there.
Yeah, they changed the color and did, but they came and copied it. And so, shame on them, So here we go.
So y'all heard it here first, guys. Price changes are coming to benefit the angler.
Correct.
Or the hunter.
Correct.
Right?
Yep.
Everybody.
Both sides.
Benefiting everybody.
Yep.
What is more important to you? Obviously, you're in the shoe game, right? You're in the cap game. You're in the wading belt game. You're in the feeder game. You're in the
snake protection.
Stingray and snake protection.
Stingray and snake
game.
Protection. Yep.
Right? What other games are we in?
Hell, we've got a new
what
set
do you
of
call
knives.
the triangle? The triangle to lift the deer up.
Yeah, the hitch hoist.
Hitch hoist game. We could go on forever.
Yeah. Well, we have over 60 items now. So.
Yeah, right? Visit the website. We'll be here for the whole hour just naming all the items.
And we are coming out with our 25th anniversary catalog, which will launch in February. And so if they come to the Houston Fishing Show.
Digital catalog?
It will be digital. Yeah, you can pull it up on our website. It'll launch probably around February 1st.
Okay.
Yep.
Out of all these products that are affiliated with ForEverlast gear, we already know that there's a scientific approach, I guess you could call it. You know what I mean? It's made to withstand.
Correct.
Right? I hate to say that it's made to last forever. Right?
Right.
Because it's not. We talked about it earlier.
Yep.
Guys, you can't have good prices and it lasts forever at the same time, right? But you can have a product that will perform at its peak while it's in y'all's hands.
That's right.
You better not steal that one either, right? I'm just coming up with all, and that's just the first one. So what is more important to you, style or comfort?
I think in order to reach our objective of keeping the price in line, we have to be cognitive of the fact that we need it to be both, right? It has to be it has to be comfortable first and foremost. It has to be practical at the same time. And style, we came out with the new camo nets, the different colors and stuff like that. So that's important too. If the Yeti cooler would have stayed white and that was the only color they ever came out with and they didn't expand upon colors,
Right.
right? They probably would have stayed a smaller company. But we all know what happened. They expanded and they broadened that into tan, into turquoise.
Yeah.
So I thought about that when that happened, you know, when they were doing that. And those are good friends of mine. And I was like, man, that's genius. You know, they're just, I mean, because some guy's he's already going to have the white one, but he's going to go, I got to have that tan one.
Yeah.
Or I got to have that turquoise one, or my wife's going to want the pink one, and then the sales just keep rolling, right?
This one will match with my boat.
Yeah.
Or,
Or, heck, I've even had guys at the fishing show, or Houston Fishing Show is coming up the end of February. I want to put that plug in, and we will be there with our new pricing and our new gear.
February.
End of February. March 1st is the first day. I'm sorry.
Okay.
We set up on the 28th, but
Is the new pricing going to reflect what's coming out of the shops as well?
yes.
Okay.
Yep. The dealers will have the better retail pricing as well.
Okay.
So yeah. Now we fully support the dealers and want them to benefit as well.
Right.
But we want the consumer to be able to go buy Roy's Bait and Tackle and buy it.
Yeah.
You know, at the better price.
Exactly.
So yeah, it just follows us through on all aspects of it. But where were we with that? Came up with the Houston
Fishing show?
Yeah, the fishing show.
Different color Yetis?
Yeah. So you know, we come out with a different color nets. We got different color belts. It kind of is a deal where we want it to fit everybody's lifestyle a little bit.
Right.
We've got the pink belts. We've got the gray belts. We've got the tan belts. We've got the green trim belts. It's kind of whatever you like. You pick. Do you like style, or do you like comfort, or do you like both? Well, in ours, you get the comfort and you get the practicality of the product that works, and then you pick the color.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm a real stickler on style, you know, as y'all could tell, right? Sometimes I choose style over comfort, which is bad, because then I go home and toss the thing in my garage, and I'm like, dude.
I looked good, but it didn't feel good.
Yeah, I'm not wearing that thing all day long, right?
Right.
So, I say all that to say this. Don't be afraid, guys. This is going to all the content creators, right, that are out there, and there's tons of them. There's maybe about 31 of them right now watching. Don't be afraid. You never see that. You know, I want to see some content creation of the bad things, right? Everybody talks about the good things. Nobody talks about the bad things that comes with the whole comfort style of fishing gear. You know, everybody's scared to lose sponsorships. Everybody's scared to lose the whole pro staff percentages off. That nobody says the bad stuff about anything, right? Or maybe they are, and Facebook is just. I hope Facebook doesn't wipe my show off the face of the earth. But maybe Facebook is just deleting all those negative posts, right? We don't want negativity online. But I want to hear what's bad about stuff.
Right.
Right.
We do too.
Maybe 2023.
If you're just a closet or locker room lawyer and you don't tell the people that it matters to,
Yeah.
we'll never know.
Yeah, every post you see, and this could be a good thing
Yes.
for ForEverlast.
Yes.
Right?
We want to hear about it.
Hell, we've seen 2022, we had 100% perfect posts. You know, how would a company gain from that? Yeah, you're doing good, but you don't fix your bad stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
2023, man. It's going to be Facebook's
I think it's going to be
year.
a good year.
Yeah.
I really do. I think, you know, as tragic as the DeMar Hamlin thing was, it showed us what prayer is. It brought us back to God. And I guess when I introduced myself a while ago, I needed to say that God has been in my corner the whole way.
Yeah.
And I'm really, I really believe that. And I talked to him on the way here today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, about the opportunity and all of that, and give thanks all the time.
Yeah.
You know, for what we have, because it can go away.
Oh, I
I can go away.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it can happen. But he's watched over us and helped us get to where we are today, and so I can't leave that out. And the DeMar Hamlin thing, I think it's making a better world of things because people came together, prayed, and God lifted him up.
Yeah.
And he heard our prayers, and it paid off, right, for everyone to see him now back meeting his teammates and things. Isn't that cool, man?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just
Shout out to the first person that was there I
Right.
forget his name. He's one of the trainers.
Right. That saved his life.
That's a big deal, man.
Yeah.
To react to
Right.
something like that in a heartbeat, and
Mhm.
maybe he didn't know what to do. Maybe he did. Maybe you're never trained enough to act the way you really want to. You just the motions fall into place,
Right.
kind of deal. But man, yeah, that was it opened everybody's eyes.
And
for
I think
sure.
like Luke Bryan says, most people are good, man. I mean, we see the bad because that's what the news puts out.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of good people that care about each other and want good for everybody. Now there's some there's some people out there that are not good, and you got to watch them. But for the most part, I think everybody's in your corner rooting for you most of the time.
Right.
If they're not, you figure it out pretty quick.
And if they're not, just delete yourselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Just go away.
They stick around
Yeah.
for some reason.
Yeah.
They want to see your goods, but don't take that the wrong way. Right? They want to see the good things that are coming out of the industry, but they're real quick to say the bad things.
Yeah. The social
Behind
media
your back
shows
to somebody
social
else.
media shows the true side of people.
Yeah.
It does. I mean, I can see it in my personal and everything. You see where
Right.
who your friends are.
Man, well, you're doing a hell of a job, Mr. Gerke.
Thank you, sir.
You know what? Let's drink to you, man.
Yes, sir.
Don't you want some more salt or?
No, I'm good.
You had a volcano over there earlier.
I had a little reaction there.
Yeah.
Since you popped the top on one more, I think I will.
Go for it, man. We got plenty. We got unlimited amount. We got to get an 18-wheeler over here. We'll get one.
Grill your ass off salt, man.
That's some good stuff, man.
I better put it a little less this
Yeah,
time.
don't put too much because it's super potent. Owned by veterans, guys. Veteran-owned, Texas company. Let's see what it says. Lime beer salt, grill your ass off. Benefits the veterans and first responders.
That's
There you
very
go.
cool.
Delicious with your favorite beer or drink.
I can vouch
Right.
for that.
Right here, guys. Grill your ass off. Check it out at grillyourassoff.com. You can find them on Facebook. You can find them on Instagram, of course, right? Cool
Awesome.
dudes. Mr. Murph, if you're in the house, you got a great product over here. Moving along.
Yes, sir.
This is where it gets good right here. We're at the bottom half, and it's going to get good, right? How do you feel about Texas Parks and Wildlife doing what they did with the trout
I think it's
in the freeze? We've already had another freeze.
Yeah, we
Right?
had
It
we had
wasn't
another.
as bad,
I'd say
right?
we had another close call.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
Some fish died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we lost some, but
Yeah.
I'm sure you lose some every day. But we're just not paying as close attention.
Oh, we lose tons every day, man. I guarantee it.
And it's just nature. I think God showed us who's in charge when that big freeze hit us,
Right.
and Texas Parks and Wildlife reacted the best way they could, in my opinion. Not everybody's a fan of the 3 trout limit. I'm a big fan of it. The slot could have been changed, but there's got to be a middle ground, and you got to do your own thing, right?
Mhm.
I mean, you've got to be responsible, and we've man, back in the day, you filled the cooler. That was a manly thing to
Yeah.
do. Now it's and it has evolved because of the phones and carrying them in your pocket or on you. You can take a quick picture, let them go, and they're gone, right?
Right.
You didn't have that before, so you wanted to bring that haul in, take the old 35 millimeter shot of it,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So that has helped. And I think like our fish bags help. If you're a long ways off and you want to take a good picture and you have to get to somebody, you can at least keep that fish alive.
Mhm.
Or if nothing else, if you have our net and you have the big gray net that we make,
Yeah.
it'll fit in there and you can keep it alive.
Yeah.
As a fish basket. But that has helped us too. That's kind of what we thought about too, is the conservation side of it. We want to be a part of that and to aid in that for anglers. And I mentioned to you earlier about the scale, the waterproof scale we're coming out with.
Can I show it to you?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we're coming out with a waterproof scale. It'll have a gripper that attaches right here, and it's waterproof, so you could keep it in your pocket or somewhere on you, hang it off your cap, and then just keep it handy so you can get a quick picture and let them go. I mean, the idea is to let them go quickly so they can recover, get them back in their environment.
How much are we going to be able to buy this for?
Well, there's going to be a total package kit, which comes with pliers, a pair of scissors, the scale, 2 grippers, and all of that's going to be $49 here at Roy's Bait and Tackle.
$49, guys.
Yeah, $49 for
Digital
a digital
waterproof
scale. And then we're going to sell the scale and a small gripper by itself that you'll be able to purchase for $34.99 range. So that's a deal in itself. A waterproof scale with a gripper for $34.
Yeah.
Some of the stores will probably be in the $29 range on that, but middle range, somewhere right in there. So we're excited about that. And then we also, I think, that going back to the trout limit, I think that has helped tremendously, and we saw a big recovery, but we got a long way to go. And we need to all be conservative. We need to keep hats off for the tournaments that are doing the live ways and doing that the right way and sending those in.
There's a lot of guides that are doing it as well.
A lot of guides are doing that, and encouraging their clients and that kind of stuff, and that's great. Some choose not to, and that's their business, right? I'm not going to get in their business. But
you could keep 3 if you want. You're entitled to.
You're entitled to 3, and if you're going to eat them, keep them.
Yeah.
But if you don't need them, don't keep them. That's kind of where we've evolved to as fishermen, and I think everybody's really done a good job at that.
I don't do enough catch and release.
Yeah.
And that's my fault, right? It's super hard for me to release a fish.
Yeah.
Which may sound weird, right? It's in a weird kind of way. Not a big one, right? If it's a big one, and I'm like, man, I got my pictures. I'm usually fishing with a buddy, right, or a buddy or two, and they take a picture of me. Okay, let's get a good release picture.
Yeah.
People like that stuff, right?
Yeah.
I need to do better. 2023 is gonna be my year.
That's gonna be your year. Let's drink to that.
Let's drink to it, dude. To catch and release, guys.
I think everybody can get better at it, though. I mean, that feeling of accomplishment when you actually catch a good fish or a big fish, it should be celebrated, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's an accomplishment as an angler to fool that fish, to bite that bait, to get them in and land them. That's an accomplishment.
There's got to be some sort of like a prize.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay, you release this fish. We're going to send you a Spooled Life Live cap.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Right.
Yeah.
We might think about that in 2025. But until then, guys, moving along. My opinion, going back to the trout, my opinion on that is don't mess with my limits. Right? Hire more wardens instead. And push the law more.
Yeah.
Right? Make sure that they're keeping 3 or 5 it was before the 3 came along. Make sure that they're keeping 5. Make sure that those slot limits are on point, right? Before you go and not ruin everybody's limits, right? Because some people just catch and release because, right? They feel that that's good. But don't ruin the people that want to catch fish. You could catch 5. Everybody's going to say, man, well, you could catch 3. Yeah, but before I could catch 5. And I followed the law. I followed the limits. I was entitled to 5. Now I follow the 3, and I'm entitled to 3 at a certain slot. But where does the warden come in? Did we hire more wardens because of the freeze?
I think they're having a hard time just putting those out. They're recruiting hard, and it's hard to find people that want to actually do that now. Because the first thing they do is send them to the border. The first thing they do is send them to the border not to watch our fish.
Yeah.
So that's been a challenge, I think, overall for Texas Parks and Wildlife.
Yeah. I don't know if we
They've
can
become
say
state
that
police.
on the show, the border crisis.
No, we're not going there.
Yeah, I'm real careful because I guarantee you Zuckerberg is watching right now. He's an outdoorsman,
Yeah.
So, I'm just playing. But, yeah, all that stuff, it plays a big part, man. You think, okay, well, we're just going to lower the limit to 3, and we're going to lower your inches as well. That's not going to fix it.
Right.
Right. It's people are, when I say people, I'm talking about everybody not on this show, right? I'm talking about everybody else. People are, I'm thinking of a word, and I want to say envious but it's probably not the right word. But people want to show
Yeah.
what they can do.
They want to beat their chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They want to show, look what I got.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
It's just a boost to the ego, you know.
Yeah. If you could transition that to, guess what? Check this out. I released this fish.
And some people
Everybody
do.
would want to
Some
do
people video the releases and things.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
it. Yeah. I love catching fish, man. I love to take pictures of fish on the stringer too.
Right.
You know? I love showing everybody my
Yeah,
stinky
stringers
pants
pictures
stringer
aren't cool
with,
anymore.
huh?
Stringer pictures aren't cool anymore.
You don't remember when everybody was just throwing their stringers
Slow
on top of the boat?
motion.
And yeah, slow motion and stuff
that's
like
not
that.
popular anymore.
You know what I mean? Everybody.
Hate to inform you.
Yeah, you know what the hell, you know?
It's gone.
Like 6 limits of redfish on one stringer.
Mhm.
That should be against the law.
Yeah.
And they'll say, hey, well, it was a 4-man
Yeah.
limit. No,
Sure
man,
it was.
it's 3 per person
Yeah.
in possession.
Right.
Your stringer is attached to you. That's in possession, right?
Exactly.
Man, we need to figure all that out. Till then, keep keeping 3 fish. I think it ends in August.
Yes.
If we're lucky.
They'll take a look at it again.
Chris Bush is going to get mad at me because I've said this since the beginning. We're going to do as we're told.
Yeah.
If they tell us, guess what, guys? We're going to go another year. We're going to go another year. And nobody's going to say nothing.
And we're not
about
out of the woods yet on the winter.
it.
So
Just
we gotta see
because
what
it's a
happens.
sunset clause
Right.
and it ends in August, that don't mean that they cannot add another year to it.
Mhm.
Right? We're going to find out in August. You'll hear it here first. Probably, I doubt it, but we'll probably talk about it a little bit more. Moving along. Here we go. Let's talk about pro staff. Now that we're we got a little bit more time.
Mhm.
Let's talk about you obviously have a pro team,
Correct.
right? Some of the best anglers are out there in the tournament fields.
Yes.
How do you feel about the whole pro staff, Facebook, Instagram, TikToker, Snapchatter, YouTuber movement?
We talked a little bit about it off air, but we do have a pro team, our tournament team, made up of Colton Blackwell, Colton Knipling, and Chase Blackwell. They were the winners in several tournament series last year, and then we're adding another one of Johnny Blackwell and Pat Knipling, which are the older generation of those boys.
Those are the dads.
Yeah, they'll be the dads, and
Man, I'm going to stop.
it's going to
you
be
real quick.
interesting.
When you say those were the winners, that is an understatement.
Yeah,
Because if
they won big.
if there is a word that's a little bit better, a little bit right on top of winning, that's what them dudes are.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's those dudes. If you go, well, I'm not gonna say that. Yeah. I'm gonna say it. If you enter a tournament, which some of us have, I have personally, we fished the artificial showdown several years back against them and came out on top. I think we came out on top. I think we got second or third. I know it was the Waterloo team that got first, but I'm not too sure. But if you see those dudes' names, you're fishing with the best.
Yeah. They're at the top of their game, and they're very humble about it.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why they're on our team.
Mm-hmm.
I told you earlier, you know, most fishing guides just are arrogant.
Right.
And they are. And they know it. And so you got to balance that arrogance with being humble and being a leader and being a quiet leader in a way. And we're very selective on our pro staff people because of that. We fully support those that are on our pro staff. They don't just get a discount. They just get it,
Mm-hmm.
right? We just provide product and we provide support in any way that we can. The Blackwells, our tournament teams are the only ones financially supported, obviously because of the tournament series. But and we put incentives in that. Win the series and get this.
Yeah.
And I think it's an incentive like, all right, go to
It's
work.
a big deal, man.
Go to work, right?
Yeah.
And so, but they do a good job for us, and we have a lot of other pro staff guides that really help us out and provide feedback, or will try out new stuff for us and things like that. And I love working with the guides, and just some of the top guides in in the fishing game wear our stuff, and we're proud of that. You know, we want to support them as best we can, and good friends with most of them. You know, and so it's, you know, over 25 years, you make a lot of friends.
Yeah, that's the way it should be, man.
Yeah,
I want
and
to
some
pick up
come
the
and some
phone
go.
and talk
It's
to the
okay.
main guy of ForEverlast. I don't want to be dealing with some secretary
Right.
in California or Florida and dealing with that.
Right.
You want customer service. If you want to talk to ForEverlast and you call ForEverlast's phone number, Mr. Billy might answer the damn phone.
Yeah, no
right?
doubt. I mean, hell, I'm the head janitor, the head, you know, phone
Yeah.
answerer or whatever. But I've done it all. You know, I've done it all from the beginning. And, yeah, I mean, I want to talk to those people because I want there to be a clear conversation of what is expected.
Yeah.
Right? So if you don't let them talk to you, then you can get things crossed up, and that's not
Yeah.
good, right?
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, we love supporting the guides and those that support us. We are very appreciative. It means a lot when people tag us, post up pictures, and they'll share them on our Instagram or our Facebook, and then we'll reshare. You know, even just regular anglers will tag us,
Yeah.
and, you know, as long as there's a product in the picture that's useful and it's not just a post, right?
Yeah.
We'll share it up.
They'll
you know?
retag it or something.
Yeah, we'll reshare it or share it on our story.
Yeah.
We do a lot of that, and some of the people I don't even know, but if they're wearing our products, they're a friend of ours because they
Yeah.
support us, right?
For sure.
And I think they figured out that they're practical and that they want to wear it. So,
Right.
I mean, they didn't obviously go buy it to see if we
Shout out to the pro staff,
Hey, shout out to the pro
ForEverlast
staff.
pro staff guys.
Love it.
Everybody that supports the company.
Yes, very, very thankful for those that spend your hard-earned money on our products. I want to say that eye to eye. It supports our family. It supports our employees. New product expansion, new growth. We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
What do we have to? I told you I was going to do this. Remember? What do we have to show them over there? Are we showing that?
Oh yeah, we're prototyping a new wading boot right now. We will probably launch it maybe August time frame. But I, for one, when I'm wearing waders, I hate lacing the shoes up, right?
Right.
And so with our Ray Guard shields this year, it's all Velcro closures. No more buckles.
Oh.
No more buckles. It's military grade Velcro, like our belts.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same Velcro, but we're using the Velcro as the closure. Right?
Yeah.
So excited about that. This is a new boot we're introducing later this fall that will be used for the wade fishing part of it. Awesome grip bottom. Probably come up with some kind of name for that, but the sole is awesome. We're going to put these out in the field in the next couple of months and beat them up and, you know, work them over. But I do like the cable system. I mean, this is nothing new to a lot of boots.
Yeah.
But I do like the fact that is how you close them up and tighten them. And the good news is, just like all of our other products, these boots will probably come in retail in the $79 range.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So you're going to get an awesome, comfortable pair of boots to wear with your sock foot waders.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm excited about it.
That's
It's,
coming in late this year.
It'll be August. Just keep watching
Okay.
the socials. You know,
That's not too far along.
no, it's
Right.
not too far off. I mean, we're in the stages where we're comfortable enough to start wearing them and try them, and then, you know, everything has to go into production and probably launch in August.
Yeah.
Would
Let's
be
give
my-
a shout out to the ForEverlast team and whoever is involved.
Here's to you.
Here's to you all, guys.
Hey,
Ty and Lane,
Yep, Ty and Lane for sure.
Amy.
Amy,
Amy.
it takes a team to make the dream work. I guarantee you, and I got the best team.
You have a hell of a support team. That's
I do.
That's for
I
damn.
really do. And the people at the warehouse take good care of you if you ever call or email. They know what to do.
Right.
If there's a problem, we take care of it. So I want you guys to know that.
Is it time to give away something else? What else do you got?
Um,
The towel? Let's show them the towel. Can we get that towel on the website?
You can call Kelly at the office. These are kind of we kind of just came out with these, so A lot of our pro staff people have them and stuff, but that's just something cool to keep on the boat.
Yeah.
A lot of times if you order quite a bit of stuff from us, we'll just throw a towel in for you.
I'm in there, right?
You know, and then
Look
the new
for this,
scale,
guys.
Yep, the digital scale lights up. You can save it. You can, stop it so you can take a picture of it or
Right.
whatever.
Freeze it or whatever.
Freeze it. It's up to 50 pound weight, so plenty of weight capacity on it, and really excited about that and the combo kit that will come with it. And then we've also got our fillet trio, and really I call it the fillet trio, but it's really a gut hook knife for your deer hunter. The fisherman can use the fillet knife, and then you've even got a carving knife for both redfish, your deer, carving them up. It comes with a sharpener, a ceramic sharpener, so that's key. That's a good sharpener. And then a cutting board, and then the black pouch to put it all into and carry on your boat, in your truck, in your Jeep, whatever, all for $49.
Yeah. And I bet you everybody is, man, how come he didn't give that thing away?
What do
I
you
wanted
think?
to win that.
What do you think, man?
What do y'all think, guys? Should we give this away as well?
I like that thing.
I say so, man. First person to tell me. I tell you what, we always do the first person, right?
Right.
So
You gonna make it count?
this person,
Okay.
this person will win
All right.
the fillet trio from ForEverlast. Comes with 3 knives, a cutting board, a sharpener, and also a ForEverlast cap as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Another one of our cryptic caps.
Yeah. For first person to tell me what is the number, not the first person. I always mess that up, man. I'm not going to say the number yet, though. But just put them out there, and I'll tell you who wins, right? First, I was going to say it again. The person that tells me the number of the anniversary ForEverlast is celebrating this year
Yes.
will win. What is the year?
How many years?
How many years
Yep.
are we celebrating? There you go. You already know how I get when I drink 2 of them. How many years, Mr. Randy? No, Mr. All right, here we go. I got 1, 2, 3. Andy Ozuna.
Andy Ozuna. Message over to the messenger, and he'll get us the address.
Message me, slide into my DMs. We'll get your shipping info.
You won the
we'll
fillet
get this
trio.
sent
my
out,
friend.
man. Congratulations.
Yep.
Man, I bet you Austin Matthews is upset right now. Austin Matthews about this close to deleting this page.
You're going to get this stylish cap, too.
He wins every time. He hasn't won today. So that might be a good thing, right?
Got to change it up.
Yeah, change it up a little bit. What else? What else you got for us, Mr. Gerke?
I'm real excited and optimistic about 23, to be honest with you. I think things are fixing to kick off here on the fishing season. The tournament series are starting up. They just had the freeze-out tournament over the weekend down in Port O'Connor, and I think there's one here next weekend. And then, of course, the Saltwater Legends series will be coming up soon. I think in February they kicked that one off, and so we're excited to get that all started. And then, of course, again, the fishing show is March 1st through the 5th, I believe, down there at the George R. Brown in Houston, and that's always a fun show.
Yeah.
I started doing that show in 2003, and man, just made so many friends, down there. And I have to mention that a couple of those passed away. Captain Wayne Vinton passed away in late December this year. Hats off to him. He was a great friend of that show. And then, let me think. Who else? Somebody else just Larry Boschka, longtime rider, outdoor rider, and a friend of ours. He actually loved Hallettsville. He came there. I read about him the other day. He actually came there a lot with his grandfather when he was growing up. And Hallettsville is just a special town and place, and that's why we chose to raise our family there. But it's just small town USA, and with big time dreams. That's the way I like to look at it, And that's kind of where ForEverlast came from,
Hallettsville.
Hallettsville.
That's about 2 hours away from here.
Yeah, and I talk about it. I wrote an article recently, or Everett did, in the Texas Saltwater Fishing Magazine about our 25th anniversary, and we definitely didn't get here alone. It's been because of everybody's support, and we're so thankful for that, and all of the support over the years, and just like this show, just coming out. And my son asked me yesterday. He said, "Did they ask you to come?" I was like, "Yeah, they just messaged me and asked me to come down. It's a privilege, And he was like, "Oh, that's cool,"
Yeah.
And so, it's just neat when industry people come together.
Yeah.
For a common, our common goal is for everyone to love hunting and fishing, right?
Right.
And to have a good time and to be safe and to be successful.
Yep.
And so that's kind of what we're all about,
Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother.
You're definitely. It's not even a good choice of words to say that you're on the right track, because you've already been doing this for 25 years.
Wow. It's hard to believe.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
25 years in doing something, it becomes work.
It's work.
And for this hour and 11 minutes, I've seen the passion and love that you still have for the sport. Some people will say, man, once it becomes work, it's work, and and you don't love it no more, and you don't like it. But you still see it.
I get emotional.
You're getting your boys involved.
I get emotional talking about it. It's you probably saw me tear up a couple times. It's just I mean it. We didn't get here alone, and I ain't forgot who supported me. I haven't, and so it's been an awesome journey, and I'm so thankful, and I really feel like we're just getting started.
Right.
I really do. I think there's a lot to come. I'm excited. I told my son the other day, Mossy Oak and Real Tree, those brands. Everybody knows those brands, right? They started in 1986, way back. And I told him, I said, when they really hit stride? 25 years is when they really started to hit stride. And I said, we're there. It's time to really hit stride.
Yeah.
And start doing some more and doing better. And so if we can keep doing it, hey, here we go. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the challenge.
You're doing a hell of a job.
Thank you, man.
Thank
you
so
are too.
Much for,
I really like the show, and I'm
making
privileged to be here. Yeah.
You probably.
Yeah.
What did you pass on the way over here?
Man, all kinds of stuff.
Did you pass a Prey 6?
Oh no, I didn't. I
you
didn't come
the
that
other
direction.
way?
I come through Victoria.
Okay. So you passed
Speedy
you
stops.
Didn't pass Prey 6.
No,
So you're like on this other side of Houston.
Yeah. We
down.
come through Victoria and then shoot down.
I got you.
Refugio,
So you didn't catch much of anything.
Refugio, Senton. Nah.
That's some good
Hey,
stuff.
Refugio Bobcats. Everybody knows.
Yeah,
them,
there you
right?
go.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. Did they go to state last year?
They didn't make it
Almost?
this year.
Shout out to them for almost.
Yep.
I'm already.
Oh, they did. I'm sorry, they didn't win it. I'm sorry, they did make it.
Yeah.
They did make
That's
it.
a huge accomplishment on its own.
That's
a
they
big
got
deal.
something special going there.
Yeah.
Hats off to them. Hope they'll let me back through town later since I messed up.
Right, man. Do not speed through that.
No, do
through
not
that
speed
town,
through
man,
Refugio.
because they will get you right at the end of it, going northbound. They will get you right by the Pizza Hut.
Right.
Don't go speeding through there. Thank y'all so much, guys, for tuning in to the first show of 2023. As always, if you all are in Corpus Christi, cruise in to Roy's Bait and Tackle. Set it up to where we have a show, right? Y'all are more than welcome to cruise up and watch the show live. You might even get a couple more points in winning, right? Maybe.
Heck yeah.
Sims Sportswear. I got it on. It keeps me fresh. It keeps me cool on the water. It makes me look like I'm going to prom, right? Whether if I'm at HEB or at Sears or something, right?
Sims has some great stuff. They
Man,
really do.
it's beautiful stuff. Here at Roy's Bait and Tackle as well. Carbach Brewery. What do we drink today? Cerveza Especial. Mexican style lager. Nice and fresh.
I
You
don't
know,
know.
it's not too potent.
They're empty. So
Oh,
they're
yeah.
good.
Man, they're good. We got two of them right there we could open up. 12 fluid ounces, 4.5% alcohol. They are the home of the Houston Astros, and they are also the home of Spooled Life Live. Sarge Custom Rods. If you are going, we talked about it earlier in the show on keeping fish. If you're going to keep fish, guys, catch it with a Sarge custom rod. So, Mr. Sarge, don't steal that one from me. Right. Grill your ass off. Good stuff. Lime beer salt, veteran-owned. Benefits veterans and first responders. Check them out, grillyourassoff.com. It's for a good cause. Great dudes. Check out the website. And in addition, right?
Yes, sir.
In addition to 2023.
And this was not planned. Right, Ram? This was not planned.
No, this was not planned. In addition to 2023, we would like to welcome as our newest headline sponsor, ForEverlast Products.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the show.
Proud of you and what you're doing, man.
This is, if I could explain this anyway, I said it 3 years ago. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, right? But Oprah is doing it.
Yep.
Joe Rogan's doing it.
That's right.
And now Ram Garcia is doing it.
Ram is doing a good job.
Right. If I can explain it any other way, this is like a roller coaster, but when the Texas Rattler was wooden.
Yep.
That's what this is right here, guys. All right. Welcome to the show, man.
I like that. I like that.
Thank you so much. You all will be seeing a little bit more of ForEverlast Group. Shout out to them. Shout out to the ForEverlast staff.
Yep.
Right, for making these products come to life, making our lives as outdoorsmen a little easier. And shout out to you all, guys. You know, without you all, this show would just be a show full of emptiness. Right? Oh, one more thing. Guys, I've been wearing this belt the whole show.
The Generation 4 belt.
What tell us a little bit about this, Mr.
Well, you know, this evolved on a fishing trip with one of my sons because he was wearing the Generation 2 belt, and his belt started to slide down on him. And I said, you know what we need? We need a cinch. So when it slides down a little bit, you suck it in and you undo it and you snap it over and you re-adhere it. And that's where this evolved from.
Yeah.
And it's just simple. One of the best and most respected guides on the coast, Jay Watkins,
Oh, yeah.
told me keep it simple.
Yeah.
And this is as simple
That's
as it
another
gets.
great one.
Yeah, he's a great one. He's a legend.
Hell of a belt. Nice, comfy. It's got back support. Right? It's not button or nothing like that.
And you
get
can take it
undone
off.
while you're.
You can leave it on. You can take it off.
Yeah, you know, that's the worst thing if you're going to be wade fishing and it comes unbuckled, and next thing you know, it's floating along with your ForEverlast net, you know, a mile away or something by the time you notice it.
Yeah.
You know, it's along with your fish bag that's full of beer and, you know, a couple of trout that you want to keep. I'm just playing. Right? Thank y'all so much, guys. We'll see you all. The next flyer will be out here in about a week, I think. It's going to be a busy year. We got some headline guests along with a bunch of headline sponsors.
Awesome.
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Gerke.
Thanks for having me down.
We'll see y'all next time, guys, on the water, at Roy's, in front of the Selena statue, at the Trade Center, wherever it may be. Don't be afraid to come say hi. Okay? See y'all next time.